All right, we are going to solve percent problems, and we're going to use a proportion for all these problems that we're going to solve. There's 3 types that we're going to look at. All of them involve percents, and all of them involve proportions. So the first is, in my opinion, the easiest, and it's when you are asked to find a percent. What's a percent? Somebody go ahead and answer. What is a percent? Something out of 100, okay? So what I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm going to put in a proportion, which is where we have a ratio equal to another ratio. If I'm finding the percent, that means I want to know what number out of 100. So one of my ratios is going to be X, or whatever variable you choose, out of 100, and I'm going to set it equal to, it says of 15 is 12. The fact that it says of 15 means that the 15 is going to go on the bottom of the second ratio. The 12 goes on top. Okay, so again, if I'm trying to figure out what percent of 15 is 12, I'm writing it as 12 out of 15. And because I'm trying to solve it as what percent, that means I want to know what out of 100 is 12 out of 15. So that's how I'm going to set it up. I think in all these problems, the hardest part is setting it up and knowing where to put the variable. Do you put the variable on top of the 100? Do you put it on top of the other ratio or on the bottom of the other ratio? And when you're finding what percent, the variable goes on top of the 100. How do I solve this now that I have it written, Yusuf? How do I solve it? It is very small. Let me zoom in or make it bigger. What would you do to solve the ratio? Cross products is a great idea. I don't know why it's not getting larger, but if I do cross products, I would do 12 times 100, so that's 1200, is equal to 15 times x, or 15x. And then once I get to that point, how do I solve it once I get to that point, Kelton? Divide both sides by 15. So 1200, 15 divided by 15 is 1, and 1200 divided by 15 is 80. So that would be